Zarathustra, and welcome to the Eternal Cavern, and welcome to the Eternal Cavern, and welcome to the Eternal Cavern, and welcome to the Eternal Cavern. Oh, sorry about that. There's a bit of an echo in here. Anyway, at the beginning of the year, I made reading plans, and they've already been derailed. For one thing, I haven't been reading as much because I've been devoting most of my free time to practicing piano. I've moved on from Christmas carols to 80s rock ballads. The little piece I played in the intro was the beginning part of Alone by Heart. So my plan was to read the Bible every day and read the History of Private Lives series. The Bible is a slog, and the Private Lives series feels like reading a textbook. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. It focuses on the privileged class, which is not very interesting to me, so I put it aside for now. My Bible reading has been inconsistent. I started out great, reading 5 or more chapters a day along with all the notes in my Oxford Annotated Bible, but then I took a break because it's exhausting. I wonder how many Jewish people had first-hand access to these documents and had the ability to read them. It's quite redundant and disturbing. I feel like the only way this God could demand fealty through these texts would be to remain obscured by a shroud of mystery. Nonetheless, I returned to the Bible this week. I just started the book of Joshua. The Israelites have finally made it across the Jordan River to the land of milk and honey. But instead of enjoying its abundance unimpeded, they had to massacre virtually all of its inhabitants in order to claim the land God promised to their ancestors. So, if these books were written hundreds of years after the historical events took place, how do we know that the authors didn't just write the books to justify these gruesome deeds of conquest under the guise of God's will? When I picked the Bible back up, I decided to skip the notes on the text. That has helped move along my reading. Maybe I'll go back to the notes after I finish the Bible, but I just don't have the patience to go through them while struggling through the text. Reading the Bible really makes me appreciate what I enjoy about reading in general by being totally devoid of it, and that is humor. So while I was on my break from the Bible, I browsed Hoopla for something easy to listen to at work and decided to give The Housemaid a try. It seems like Freida McFadden is divisive. Some people love her books and others hate them. So I was curious to see how I would feel about them, since I usually don't like things that are really popular or overhyped, and usually feel confused as to why so many people like them so much. The Housemaid was unbelievable, misogynistic, inconsistent, and ridiculous, and yet I was entertained. It was easy to listen to, and it was funny. I'm not sure I would have the patience to sit down and read a McFadden book, but listening to the audiobooks is a good time. Well, for the most part. Many of her characters are annoying and despicable. The main character in the last book I listened to, The Crash, was too stupid to live, and her fetus, whom she called Little Tuna, had dialogue, which made me want to jab pencils into my eardrums every time she talked to Little Tuna. Anyway, so far I've listened to The Housemaid, The Housemaid's Secret, Dear Debbie, The Housemaid is Watching, The Tenant, The Intruder, Never Lie, and The Crash. My favorite so far is Never Lie, and The Housemaid holds a special place as the first McFadden book I tried. Don't get me wrong, if I rated these books, none of them would be above a 2-star. Their characters are flimsy and the plot twists are impossible to figure out because they come out of nowhere. Regardless, or possibly because of their shortcomings, I can't stop listening to them. They are like candy. I'm glad I tried Freida McFadden. She helped me get out of my reading slump. She's written 32 books so far and comes out with a new book every few months. So I'll have a lot of books to choose from when I want something fun and easy to listen to. I'll start the Gormenghast trilogy in March. Hopefully, I'll like it enough to keep reading it through the spring and summer. And that's the end of this reading update. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want to buddy read Gormenghast with me. If I have someone to report to, it will help me stay on track. So which Freida McFadden book should I read next, given that I like Never Lie the most so far? And which Freida McFadden book is your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.